Yeah, as I was just mentioning, I would actually do some quick UVs on this thing, mainly because I don't want to create the UVs necessarily for actually unwrapping, but to actually help me with projecting. And I'll explain why in a second. One other thing I need to do, I didn't do a mirror yet, so I'm going to just do a quick mirror on this thing. So the left and right side are basically the same. I also want to make sure, hopefully my lips didn't merge together, which they might have. Turn off that first. So if you're doing a mirror, just be careful that you don't, we can even turn this down. So now let me just check. Hopefully my lips haven't fused together. If you have that problem, then you may have to temporarily, yeah, I think I have that issue right now. Yeah, you see they're kind of like connecting together in a weird way. So pre-mirroring, if you have to mirror, just, you'll have to do like a little temporary sort of lip change here. So I'll just take that loop and kind of pull it up. Right, so it won't fuse together by accident. Go mesh, mirror. And again, it should, you know, if this threshold is high enough, you don't want it so high that everything starts connecting together down the middle, but yeah, I'll try one. Let's see what that does there. And if you get little extra edges too, sometimes that happens because they don't quite correspond to the seam down the middle. You can just select them and delete them. So I'm going to just check that center line real quick. Yeah, I mean this bottom part's a little weird, so I'm going to just select that. And I can just shift drag this back down basically. And then do a little target weld. Okay. Yeah, sometimes too you'll get little extra vertices as well. So I often like to try to find them and delete them where I can. And then yes, I can kind of re-heal or move this edge back down. So again, go into symmetry. Always a good idea to work in symmetry. Woo. It's awesome. Sorry, yeah. So that was a bit of a weird smoothing result. I'm going to double click the loop. So basically what I want to do is actually hide or protect the interior mouth cavity. So I'm actually just going to quickly go into UV editor. I'm going to probably grab, I guess, the whole face for now. Yeah, it keeps doing that. It's very weird. Okay. I'm going to go to the whole face and just quickly go in and create a automatic or plain. I think I'll probably just do a planar. Usually is what I wind up doing. So it doesn't need to be a perfect unwrap. It just needs to be, for me at least, mildly unwrapped. So I'm going to take that interior lip line. So you can sort of switch this between 4 and 5. Okay, so that's there. And so I'll take that. I want to basically go in and essentially go to shift right click and say cut. Okay. Now I think my mesh 2 is getting a little heavy, so I'm going to also delete history. This could be also why the model's acting a little weird. So to delete history, it's Alt Shift D. That can sometimes prevent weird glitches from happening. So I also like to get the outer lip area as well, just so it's easy to grab and hide and isolate. So I'll just simply go to cut. And then we could do something for that eyelid edge as well. So that little eye cup area is separate. Now it doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be enfolded, but we just want the shells. So now if hopefully I can go Z this back to ZBrush. if you have a Maya GoZ issue and it's not GoZing kind of back out cleanly, what you can basically do is just let me just fix this edge up as well. Yeah, what you can basically do is just export with an OBJ. So I'm gonna have to basically do it the old school way. Export selection. And I'll make sure I'm on OBJ. There we go. So if you import, so if I go to import, right now this thing actually, if you have that mesh selected, the head mesh, the new low res, and I've divided it, it's going to ask me, do you want to transfer the divisions and the high resolution sculpting? I'm going to just say yes, because sometimes when you bring in a new mesh, you get a good result. In this case, not so good. So I'm going to actually, in my subtool palette, I'm going to delete this. So this is in my copy that I was working on. So I'll just say, okay, I'll delete the copy. Usually I reset to a generic tool, and I'll go to imports, head. Yeah, it looks like there's some problems with it though. Let me just see what Yeah, I think I still have some issues with vertices down the middle, so it might be worthwhile too to check your mesh for errors, or again double check for any little overlapping vertices like this can cause some problems. So you can select them and delete them. They should eventually go away. If they refuse to delete, what you can also do is go to target weld. Sometimes that's just an easy solution as well. So it does look like there are still some errors from the mirroring, but they shouldn't be too difficult to clean up. There. So it's one of those things that can be a little dangerous sometimes, is mirroring can give you some issues, but sometimes what I also do as well to clean this up is to just go to merge vertices. And you have a threshold, a distance. So you just want to set that low enough so it doesn't destroy any detail that you want to keep, like this little crease line here, for example. So that can help as well. Okay, I'm just going to go and smooth this mesh here. Okay, so re-export that one more time. So again, I usually like to switch to a generic mesh, because sometimes when you import, if the mesh looks similar enough, it's going to try to transfer all these properties, which can give you some other issues. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this tool and append the head. Okay, so let's go to solo for a second, or yeah, I'll leave this on and go to transparency. Yeah, it looks like when I did some nostril adjustments, they're a little bit off, so I'm going to just smooth them back just a touch. So I'll try project all. Project all. Yeah, you have to be careful with projection too. So as I mentioned earlier, if I solo this thing, right? This little section with the eyelids, I mentioned the UVing earlier. If I go to polygroups, you can go to auto group with UV. So auto group will automatically select these little areas that I've split off. So I think, let me just hide the face for a second, right? So the mouth cavity is its own thing. Should have split the mouth cavity off. These little eye areas. So I basically want to be able to hide these things off so that I don't affect them accidentally. So I'm going to just Yeah, I want to split this little section off too. So I'm going to just grab the visibility of that and create a polygroup for these as well. So Control W for that. There. Okay, so let's get a solo. So again, I'm going to isolate the little eye cup area, and I think I'll isolate that interior mouth area. Always a good idea when you're projecting too. So projections sometimes get messy because of strange overlaps. So I'll go back to Subtool, Project All. You see the upper and lower lip too. They may collide through each other. So what I will sometimes do is go into Morph Target, hit Store Morph. So Morph Target, Store Morph, and then if you do a project and you get some weird issues, you can go to B for brush, M for morph, and try to morph these things back. So it'll actually kind of morph some of those shapes back into their original position. So now if I divide, so I want to unhide everything. I'm going to divide a few times just to speed this up a bit. And then again, I'll isolate that eye cup region. Yeah, Maya seems to have really screwed up that mesh because the eye cups look very different from what I made. So I'll ignore it for now. I'll go back to Morph Target again because I usually like to delete and then store. So unhide everything, store Morph Target, and then again I'll hide that group and the little mouth group there. So I'll go Project. Again, you know, sometimes the lips are an issue, so now we can use the morph brush to kind of morph it back into a more correct position. Okay. You can also adjust your projection distance as well. You can play around with the settings of that so it doesn't get as kind of chaotic and jump across as badly. Let me just solo this for a sec. All right. By the way, the morph is actually, I think, morphing with color. I do not want to lose the color, so I'm going to just hit Project All and then kind of morph a bit back here. So, you know, sometimes this process will involve a little bit of retouch, resculpt. So again, I can do one more Project All at this higher resolution. Again, I should have captured a morph, but so let me do that first. Go back in, delete and store, and then go back to Subtool, Project. Okay, so something else that can also be useful, I will sometimes also split the upper and lower lip as well, so I'll kind of regroup them. Control W. So now you can kind of isolate and bring one loop closer to the other. And what's great about having a high-res, low-res mesh is that, you know, you can kind of work on this stuff at a really, really low res, or I can even just kind of inflate them together. And then as I go up in resolution, I can sort of see, you know, if there's still errors, and then inflate or pinch them back down. Okay. And of course, if you have any painting touch-up to do, you can just go back into paint mode and start to touch that up.